Farming for Wyvern Gem Shards is very difficult. Not only is their drop rates extremely low, they only drop from 8-star monsters and above, and they can get very difficult to hunt down. Which is why it is very important to have the right build when facing these difficult monsters. So in this video, I'll be sharing 5 meta builds that can easily take down 8-star monsters and help you farm for more Wyvern Gem Shards. The first 4 builds that I will be showcasing will focus on elemental attack, and the last build is the strongest raw attack build you can make. When you've just unlocked 8-star monsters, you will only have access to grade 7 weapons, and these weapons will struggle against 8-star monsters. The problem is, to upgrade these weapons further, you will need Wyvern Gem Shards, which only drop from 8-star monsters and above. These grade 7 weapons just don't have enough damage to effectively hunt down 8-star monsters. So one of the best ways to gain access to more damage is through elemental attack skills. That's why for these elemental attack builds, we will focus on maxing out elemental attack to level 5. And with these elemental attack builds, you can hunt down 8-star monsters easily even with a grade 7 weapon. So let's start off with an ice attack mix set. For this build, we will need the Legiana Waist and grade 6 Barioth Vambraces and grade 6 Barioth Chest to get Ice Attack level 5. For the weapon, I use the Legiana Lance. That's why for the head and legs, I equip the Radovan Helm and Greaves to get that guard level 3. Now you can swap out the head and legs for different armor pieces depending on the weapon you're using. You can easily make this ice build into an ice bow build. Simply equip the Azure Rathalos helm and the Jura legs to get focus level 4. You can always play around with different armor pieces depending on your playstyle, but always prioritize having ice attack level 5 to get that massive extra 500 points in damage. You can easily farm for this build during the Legiana and Barioth event, but take note that Barioth will disappear come March. This armor set can easily solo 6-star Zenogres in Huntathons, and in a squad, it can comfortably take out 8-star Zenogres. My Legiana Lance is only at grade 7 2 out of 5, and it can easily take out these Zenogres thanks to this build. For the water attack set, we will need the Jura Mail, Jura Vambraces, and the Jagras legs to get water attack level 5. Now you will need a lot of Jura materials for this build, and the biggest problem you will face is finding these Jura spawns, because they spawn so rarely in swamp habitats. So upgrading these Jura armor pieces will certainly be a challenge, and currently, our only options for water weapons are either Jagras or Juratodas. My suggestion is craft Jagras weapons for now. They will be easier to upgrade, and you can save the Jura materials for armor upgrades. Now I know that the Jura weapons are the better water weapons, but since they are so hard to farm for, if you can't upgrade these weapons, they will end up having lower damage. And I'm sure in the future we'll get some better water weapons, so it's better to invest on those later on. So for this water attack build, I'm using a grade 7 Jagras Sword and Shield. And for the head, I equipped the Kulu Helm and the Pink Rathian Waist to get Crit Eye level 3 for some extra damage. Now this will be the most important armor set you will use to farm for Wyvern Gem Shards, because at the start of Monster Hunter Now's endgame, Kuluyaku, Jiros, and Tobikadachi will be the easiest monsters you can hunt for Wyvern Gem Shards. And they are all weak to water, making this set extremely useful. So I suggest prioritizing making this build. Another easy 8-star monster that you want to farm for Wyvern Gem Shards is the Great Jagras. But for this monster, you will need a fire attack build. Now as a lance main, I have to balance between having elemental attack level 5 and having at least guard level 3 to lessen the chip damage I will take to a manageable amount. Having guard level 2 is simply not enough. If you want to find out why, be sure to check out this video. But getting fire attack level 5 and guard level 3 at the same time proved to be a challenge, since armor pieces with fire attack level 2 and guard level 2 shared the same slots, making it impossible to make a build that has fire attack level 5 and guard level 3. So because of this whole situation, I have two fire attack builds. One with only fire attack level 4 and guard level 3, and another one with fire attack level 5 but completely no guard skills. I call this build the Glass Cannon build. This armor set can output high amounts of damage, but if you miss a perfect guard, you will take a ton of chip damage. So for this build, you will need the Anjanath Helm, the Anjanath Vambraces that need to be upgraded to grade 6, and the Rathalos Waist, which also needs to be upgraded to grade 6 to get fire attack level 5. Since for this build, you will need to perfect guard all monster attacks to get no chip damage, we might as well take advantage of this situation and add offensive guard to our builds. So we equip the Baroth Mail and the Black Diablo's legs for offensive guard level 3. This will further increase our damage output. It's very high risk, but it's also very high reward. That's why I call it the Glass Cannon build. This armor set easily destroys 8-star Jagras, Barots, and Paolumus, helping you farm for more Wyvern Gem Shards. But when it comes to hunting down 8-star Legianas, I have a hard time getting down the perfect guard timings on its attacks. So whenever I hunt Legianas, I use the other fire attack build, this time with guard. The downside of this build is we only have fire attack level 4 to make space for guard level 3. We equip the Radovan Helm and legs to get guard level 3, and equip the Azure Rathalos Mail, Anjanath Vambraces, and Rathalos Waist for fire attack level 4. I use this build during weekend events where I know I have to preserve my HP as much as possible. The guard skills make it more forgiving by lessening the chip damage I take every time I block attacks. For the last two elements, Thunder and Dragon, I don't have a build for these elements just yet. The max dragon attack we can currently get is only level 2. That's from the Pink Rathian Mail and the Pink Rathian Legs. And there's still not a lot of dragon elemental weapons available. So hopefully in the next update, we'll get more dragon attack armor pieces and more dragon elemental weapons. For my Thunder build, I haven't finished making it, since Zinogre is so hard to farm for. But in theory, it should look something like this. We need to equip the Toby Mail and the Toby Waist and the grade 6 Zinogre Vambraces just to get Thunder attack level 5. I'm still missing a lot of Zinogre materials for the Vambraces and the Lance, but once I have those fully upgraded, I'll be sure to make a video on this build. But the last meta build that I want to share with you guys is a raw attack build that can hunt down strong 8-star monsters. It's a Heroics raw build. For this build, we will need the Diablo's Helm and Vambraces, the Black Diablo's Mail, and Waist to get Heroics level 5. For the legs, you can choose whatever you want depending on your playstyle. Overall, we get Heroics level 5 and Resentment level 2 for some extra damage when you get hit to activate Heroics. We need to prioritize getting Heroics level 5 since the skill gives out the highest raw attack buff in this game. Now, the weapons that can truly take advantage of the Heroic skill are weapons with shields, like the Sword and Shield and the Lance. So I usually use this build with my Gyros Sword and Shield. So if you're struggling against an 8-star urgent quest, I highly suggest you guys give this set a try. Now, you won't typically use this build when you're out and about farming monsters. You would use this build as a last resort when you're struggling hunting a monster. So those are the meta builds you guys can try out when hunting 8-star monsters and farming for Wyvern Gem Shards. Now the beauty of these builds is that they will still be viable all the way until end game against 10-star monsters. The problem is, most of the armor pieces in these meta builds need to be upgraded to grade 6 in order to max out certain skills. That means you will need to do a lot of farming in order to upgrade these armor pieces. So to make farming for materials easier, be sure to check out this video right here where I showcase a part breaker build that can double the rewards you get after each hunt. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.